Hello, I'm here. You hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I hear you. Great. Cool.
Okay. Yeah, I was just saying that we should start within 4 minutes, so I'm giving persons enough time to join. So yeah, I'm going to be setting up uh my OBS so I can record this session as well. Ritori, do you want to test uh sharing your screen to
Yeah,
make sure everything is working?
sure. Let's test. Let's ask for permission. Oops. Screens. 720p should be enough, right?
Yes, that should be enough.
Do you see my screen?
Yeah, I'm able to see your screen.
Mm,
Perfect.
great.
All right, so I'll give others 1 more minute to join and then we'll start.
Sure.
Okay, I think we should be able to start now. Uh, Thanks everyone for joining. This is the 30th segment of the Builders Call. And today we have Watori from Watori Studio, and he will be giving us a walkthrough of his Ekza based platform. So Watori has been um, working or has been a developer. I'm working on his platform on Archway, I think, since the inception of the chain. I think you've been with us since I started in January last year, so that has been some time. I know you've been working hard to getting this to production, so I'm glad to see where it's at right now. And I'm hoping that we'll have like other devs contributing to what you're working on. So looking forward to seeing what the Ezra platform is all about. I know that it's a collaborative solution and a metaverse playground. So that's a lot um, to be said. So take take it away, Motori.
Thank you, Adrian, for introduction. Yeah, I started this project since the beginning. Archway network wasn't even released. I participated in the hackathon and dive into the Archway, and the core concept of Archway blockchain inspired me to move this idea forward. And I later talk in the details how Archway blockchain concept improve the general idea of this project. So this is a website. You can find some information about mm, the goal I try to achieve. Recently, I published a white paper. You can read a little. It's describe collaborative mechanics that I implementing in the project. Here is the pitch deck you can see, and the Ekza space section with a separate website when I implementing the ideas described in the light paper. So Exa is I still understanding how Exa should be created in terms of ecosystem, and currently it has two entities, Exastellar and Exaspace. Let's start from Exastellar probably because the core, it's a service that makes the core of the idea life. Uh, Here, according to my idea, people will able to collaborate in content creations that later can be used in the metaverse, in the not just one metaverse, in different playgrounds, in different games. So it's like a place where people creating content, and later it can be integrated in different applications. It just depending on the API we integrated here. So there here on top we see, I call it universe at this moment. It's like a general project that has separate content provided by different artists. Uh, Vatori Studio is a playground where I creating like my world, and it's currently in open state, so everybody can participate in content creation. Here you can see the general information about the universe I'm building here, and we can filter, like we can see only the characters, creatures, animals, environment, props. There is no any props. And this is just for examples. We can add even more sections, but I think it's a good start because probably this is enough to fulfill the world of metaverse. Um, and of course, we can add entity, but let's make it a bit later. Let's see what we have here. This is kind of a collaborational interface. We can see different assets here. Each separate asset represents, in its core, it's a NFT. It's like this essence that we see here. It's like NFT contract. It The idea of this data structure based on CW721, and but with a little upgrade that you can create a set. You can mint NFT based on another NFT. For example, uh, as we see here, each of them has unique ID, and you can create a set like we see here, this picture, source ID 3. And this means that this picture based on this one. And for example, if we will open this picture, the starting point, asset ID1, we can find the asset that was created based on this one. We can jump between them. And this allow people to, it's like, this interface uh, allowing artists contribute to the project of a character like developers contributing to the project development when they're writing code and pushing it to the Git like GitHub or GitLab. And in the end of this contribution, by the idea of the creation of the character, we will have something like that. We'll, we have we will have a character that has base animations like idle and the walk cycle. So this should be enough to character be ready for to integrate it from this platform to some games. And different platforms, different games can specify their API. For example, if you want to integrate this character to, for example, Minecraft, it's not voxel based, but just for example, it should have at least two animations, for example, and it can be deployed to the uh, to the to that games that support these animations. And one also important thing here is that I wanted to say at the beginning about it that Archway blockchain provides a feature that when people utilizing your smart contract, you earn 50% from transaction, right? And uh, I I wanted to share this ability, how to say this feature to the user directly. So all participants of this platform can feel their selves as a developers. And when people creating a set, the creator of this project can uh, withdraw the rewards that was generated during this smart contract execution. So I don't, as a developer, I don't take in it by myself, and because I believe in term of this platform, an artist become a developer. So yes, he can withdraw the rewards. This is just demo interface. I didn't finish the design of it, but it already working. He can see the rewards. He can check if there are any rewards available, and he can specify the smart contract metadata, of course, to be able to receive the rewards. Mm, so that's the general idea of this smart contract. Uh, let's create just for example. Let's see how it works from the beginning. Uh, we push create button. We can first of all we have to create our universe. We can mm, make it open or closed for collaboration. Let's open it. Universe name. Let's write just test owner our address by default. We can specify several administrators. So for example, if we will close our universe, only listed addresses will be able to contribute to the project. Uh, the name we can specify here and the price for minting the asset into the universe. We can make it free, or we can it people can you can make a rule that people have to pay uh, some amount of tokens to participate in collaboration. So here we created a universe and it should appear here. Yeah, it's already here. And uh, now we able to mint project, mint asset inside of it. Let's try to recreating the project here. We need to specify universe address we have just created. Here we selecting the type of asset we want to create: character, creature, animal, environment, or prop. Let's create a character. This is a collaboration type is one of the most important thing here, and very interesting and comprehensive. Here we see the equality. It's a type of collaboration, and depending on this parameter, the shared distribution will works later when people will sell their or giving for a rent their asset. Currently, I created only equality, but in the future, I want people, artists, to be able to configure it in more comprehensive way. Like, for example, creating a 3D character is very comprehensive process. You have to draw a picture, make a 3D model, draw textures, make animations, and probably people will want to specify what share distribution will take each role will earn from the some specific assets. I will later show the code how currently it implemented for equality section. Here we write as a title. We later can update it. We creating a character. And of course, maybe just for example, let's use ChatGPT for it. Create character description example. I also thinking about that it would be nice to integrate a ChatGPT here, uh, hide it in the interface, and to allow people to generate some text based on their prompt to create character descriptions. And also it can be used to generate pictures. So people can brainstorm right here on the platform. And probably they can utilize the platform token or Archway token directly here to brainstorm on their ideas. So we generated a character description, and now we can ask it to visualize it. Yes, and I think it would be very cool to integrate it right here. Let's wait for a while. So we have a character. It's not the perfect style I wanted, but we will not spend time for achieving the style we want to have here. So now we can probably just drag and drop. No, we can't drag and drop because it's not supported format. Um, it's here, let's upload it. I created my own IPFS server, so it's uploading right there. Yeah, already uploaded. Yeah, almost done. Uh, let's see what we have. Yeah, so we have our asset, but for some reason, the Vatori contract loaded instead of test contract. Yeah, so yeah, here we see, I don't know why it's happening, but we have a feature to open projects separately. So yeah, so now people can join this project, and based on this picture, they can create a 3D model, make animations, and in the end, it will be able to be used inside the metaverses. Also, I created here this button. It's- It uh, it helps to load content a bit faster. Like yeah, it's just immediately loaded because I created a cron job on my web server and it just indexing the all data from the blockchain one time per 10 minutes. And yes, of course, if you turned it off, you can take data directly from the blockchain, but it will take a few moments before load all the assets we have. So generally, this all we have currently in the interface. Of course, we can delete the asset, we can modify it, we can add asset, and yes, we can delete entity. So at this moment, this is generally all I wanted to share in the stellar Ekza.io. And let's talk a little about space, Ekza space. It's under active development process, but I created core things that had to be done to make it possible to load a characters created here that created on the stellar. Where is the stellar? Yes, characters created here. For example, yes, this character was created here during the collaboration. It has walk cycle and idle, and now it can be loaded right here. So this in progress, but in the future people will able to log in here with a Kepler and they will able to set up their avatar or character smart contract. So this will be loaded from the contract that configured for their smart contract address. Yeah, and other user will see them as an avatar they configured. And I already created, so yeah, here currently there is no any blockchain logic at the moment, but it's already a multiplayer logic that allow people to see each other, but it's a bit buggy because it's not correctly represent the character design sometime, but sometime it works as expected. Yeah, now at least one character see another with a proper design. I have to tweak a web server that handles socket connection and change the character design in real time. It's some bugs in the realization, in the current realization. I have to tweak it for some reason, but one character still not loaded. Hmm, yes. So yes, this is a space exaspace project. It pretend to be a metaverse, and it pretend to have a tools allows people to build environment around this space, but it will be not like it happens in Minecraft. Probably it will work like in Minecraft, but they will like interactively put the assets in the scene, and if they want to store it so other user will see what they changed in the world, they have to execute smart contract, writing mm, writing the condition of the metaverse space they want to modify. So let's take a look on the pitch deck for a little. I want to share some concept from the pitch deck. Now we can understand it better. Yes, the core concept, as you see here, is collaboration and character creation. So people can, with this platform, people already can build complex assets and store on the blockchain the collaboration process. So later, because we have these ideas linked to each other, we can understand how many people participated in this character creation, and we can distribute the share when users will buy this character and use it. Uh, so it's also idea that I'm working on. I want people to customize their space, like we have a page on a Facebook or Instagram where we can put our avatar, put our information about ourselves. And in Ekza, I want people to create their unique space. They can customize environment there. So it's like personal room or personal world where you can meet with your friends, spend time. It's like a traditional wall, but it's in three-dimensional space that you can customize a lot. Uh, yeah, here uh, represented the idea that people can really customize a smart contract. So, for example, you can create a character and you can decide will people buy it or rent it, how much assets they can buy, how much assets they can rent, and it can be uh, it kind of it's pretty hard probably to create such mm, how to say to create smart contracts that can handle so many logic, but I think probably it will be a different smart contracts that will allow people to make different type of um, mm, interact with assets they created. So I still thinking about the data structures and smart contracts that will provide this interface, but this is a very interesting and pretty hard part to create, and one of the most important part because here this thing bring to the platform a lot of interesting aspects that will motivate user to contribute more and more. And I very like this slide because it this slide and next one it represents the collaboration process, and I shared with you previously that it's just one branch. I just published steps that I created by myself, but in real world uh, one character can have a lot of branches. For example, someone generated a text in ChatGPT, dropped it to the platform, and then artists will like it and will start to create different designs, maybe it even generated. And then 3D modelers will start bringing 3D models based on different 2D designs. And in the end, from one text, we can have several different complex characters that can be used in the Exa metaverse and different games. And it's really inspiring concept that I really want to bring to life. It should be really amazing. The when from one text we will have 10 characters. It's like a tree of a character of any entity we can imagine. Yes, we already discussed this, that we can rent or we can buy a character. We can just make a character that nobody can buy or rent. We can make a character for ourselves, for example, or we can make a character and, and just present it to someone. And distribution of the shares, we will dive in the smart contract at this point. Yes, here described how the share distribution works currently. When somebody rent the character design, how he will represent in the metaverse. Uh, the amount user pay for this character automatically distributes between all participants who contributed to the character, no matter how much contributions they provide. If they just write a dot and it become a part of collaborational process, so this artist will share this distribution of the tokens user will pay for the character. So I think at this point we can dive a little inside the code. Currently, everything works generally onto smart contracts. Uh, I call it CV instantiator and CW project. Um, CW instantiator is instantiating uh, projects. Instantiating these entities. And inside these entities, we have a logic that allow us to control the collaborational process. And I wanted to show you, I forgot how to, this equality. Let me find it. Yeah, it's here. Equality. Yeah, I created types here, equality, custom, on merit. I don't remember what was it created for. It should be a logic collaborational type. Yeah, it's here. We have a function calculation shares. So when someone buy or rent a character, we execute this function, and if the smart contract type of collaboration was equality, this function is executed, executing. And here, yes, we're just calculating, analyzing the unique addresses, finding unique, making hash set, analyzing all collaborators in the collaboration chain, and then we have a share that each user has. So this is how it works currently. And I think it's also, this is how it should be, like it's operational on the blockchain side, and it's a very important part of the project, and it's I enjoy that it's secure and it's possible with modern Web3 technologies. Yeah, thanks for for reactions. It's motivate me and inspire to speak. So probably I don't know what to say else. I think I shared everything I wanted to say. Uh, if you're interested in the project, you can find more information in the light paper and in the pitch deck. So thank you for your attention, and if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Thanks, Rotori. That's I really love the idea, and you've come a long way in terms of where you're at now with the development. Can you share the links to the white paper and the other two links in the chat as well? So because it will be there even after the session and this session ends. But a quick question though. So for each new world, or that's what you call it, or is it does it create a new like NFT collection? So when if I want to create a new character, for example, uh, that I would need to create a collection before, and then all the assets that are created within that collection is owned by me, or is it owned by all the contributors?
Hmm, good question. Let me think a little to refresh it in my mind. Uh, the control of the full control will be on the original creator side, but if you created an asset inside the universe, you will be able to modify or delete it. This is all the ability you will have. But if you not created, for example, this asset, you will not able to modify or delete it. And if you in the list of the administrators, you will be able to do the same thing as the original mentor can do. So
Okay.
generally, yes, there is no owners here. The owners are administrators and the smart contract creator. And
So if I create an open world or universe, then it's really open. But if I assign like the original creator will be the initial administrator, but I can also assign additional administrators that will have extra powers within that world.
yeah, you can add additional administrators and they can help you to control the collaborational process. This is the interface that the platform allow users to use.
Okay. From a revenue sharing standpoint, when so I didn't understand exactly. So when I create this universe, I can then set the metadata to accept the rewards from contracting interactions, or is it only, or is it per asset? Can I create or update the metadata per asset, or is it per collection? Well, asset per asset wouldn't work because I need to, each collection or each universe creates a new NFT contract, right?
Yes, each universe is NFT contract, and
Okay,
each
so I can
project is
then
NFT
assign them.
contract.
Okay, so each project or universe will then I'll be able to assign the metadata to then accept rewards from Archway's blockchain. Okay,
Yes,
but
yes.
but I didn't fully understand how would you proportionally distribute those rewards within the collection to each
Uh,
contributor?
at this moment, the creator of the project, of the creator of the contract, will the rewards will go to the only one wallet, the the creator wallet. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, and I think he is like the core from this point. At this point, uh, I created like that because it's just easy and simple. I didn't think a lot about creating a more comprehensive mechanics, but it's a really uh, great question, and probably I have to integrate mechanics that allow users to specify how the share, how the rewards will be distributed among the participants in the future.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
in the
I can
moment,
imagine.
I think there is also reasonable to give rewards to the creator because it will motivate the creator of the project to involve to generate activity inside the project. And it's like this reward probably in some scenario can be his own.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think that works for the initial MVP. Like it would take a lot more work to really to proportionally distribute it to all contributors within each collection or universe. So, but from an MVP standpoint, I think it's best to do it as
Mhm.
is right now. I see where one component you allowed for making a purchase of an asset. How is that handled right now? Is it do you have your own CW20 token or is that done through the Arch token?
Sorry, Adrian, I didn't completely understand. What token do I utilize through the platform, you mean?
No, to allow for purchases. So I think there's a component where you allow the purchase of various assets, right?
Not
Or maybe
completely
I'm
understand.
mistaken. I thought I saw a section where you said that users will be able to purchase an asset. So I was just asking how what token will be used
Ah,
for asset purchase.
I see. Currently, the purchase of the asset not created yet, and I think I don't have any idea at the moment. Probably it could be this platform collaborational token, but it involves e- more development, and I don't think I have time currently for it, and I want to create it at this moment on Archway token, and in the future I want to mint this platform token, like Ekza token, uh, that will be like works just for collaboration, and it will allow users to use some additional features, like for example, like in the presentation, for example, uh, here with
Yep.
Archway token, people will be able to deploy their asset where people can only buy it, for example. And this feature will work, rent feature will work only with Exa space collaborational token that I will later implement. So I think I will create MVP that will bridge the content from Exa Stellar to Exa Space, mostly with Archway token. And in the future upgrades of the platform, I will try to involve uh, the platform own unique token to add additional features.
Okay. So my understanding is that assets created within Stellar will be used within the metaverse, right? So those assets will be pulled from Stellar into the metaverse. So is it that you're storing the assets right now on like IPFS or are they being stored on chain?
They stored on the IPFS at the moment, but it's
Okay.
also possible to store it on chain. It's
No, I think storing the assets on IPFS makes a lot more sense because the storing on chain will be a very costly.
mhm. uh,
But
the,
then, like, what are you using for the to build out the metaverse? What game engine are you utilizing?
I
Um,
utilizing 3GS. It's a
okay,
library. It's a very cool library that allow us to build 3D worlds uh, in the web browser. I use this library. This is the core of the library I used, but I used React 3 Fiber. It allows to write React code. It's like a wrapper around 3JS and allow you to write 3D with React. So you can make a component, 3D components. Very, it's
okay.
much easier to handle lots of code. It's like, yeah, I have a separate component for a character, and I can just like import it in the scene, and I can like render it them in the loop like it's happening here. Much easier than just using 3GS from my experience. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's going to be a lot of work building out this. Well, really excited to see what you come up with in terms of the final product.
Thanks.
Like the metaverse concept is a really huge concept, and I think it's like in terms of the development required, it's going to be a lot of work, but yeah, I think it's going to be a very useful solution within the Archway and the Cosmos ecosystem. I don't think I've seen anything like this though.
Yeah, this point also motivates me to continue because I didn't see anything similar at this moment. There are some competitors that doing cool projects. I take inspiration from them, but not directly the same thing I'm working on. I didn't find anything across the internet. And I also find a very cool thing in this idea recently that I want to find mm, I want to find indie developer who create a game and have some user base, for example, 10,000 users. And like I want to make a like an agreement with him and bridge Ekza content to his game, so users can open Stellar, uh, find some content that how to say that can be used in the game. So we can like add a menu or filter to see the content that I need to translate one word. I forgot how to say. Uh, sorry. Compatible. The people can say which content compatible with that game, so they can, for example, they find this character and this character compatible with Counter-Strike game. You rent it or buy it, then you open your Counter-Strike game, and there you're able to select this character as a character character appearance, character design, and other users will see you like like this. And I believe that in the future it can be like a protocol. It will be like a protocol. For example, League of Legends can make a protocol like what type of animations, how much joints, how many polygons the character should have, and people can contribute to Stellar a character that fits the requirements of this protocol. And when the platform automatically checks if the character fits the requirement, and it automatically appears in the League of Legends. So people can log in here, find League of Legends compatible characters, buy it here, open League of Legends, and start utilizing it. And I even uh, I I want to create a MOBA game. I want to take this map and create a simple game in the exospace. So just like an experimental prototype, how people can utilize these features. And and also I dreaming, thinking, looking for partners, game developers who will be interested to make this kind of integration with assets created on the Stellar.
So would the assets be automatically pulled in, or would they just be able to download the assets after purchase?
I think if we will make a bridge, if we will make an integration with a Counter-Strike, for example, or League of Legends, they will just add some like add a plugin to their engine. So when user authorize in the game, uh, the game can uh, send API request to Archway blockchain. What mm, avatars this user can use, and based on this information, a game can load these assets inside the game. I already found that it's possible. These assets are GLB format, and GLB can be hot loaded inside Unreal Engine or anything else. I don't see currently that plugin that I found recently, but it's possible. So game shouldn't be compiled, pre-compiled with a 3D model. Currently, it's possible to hot load it from the server and render it in real time. And this allow us to integrate this kind of characters to any game that support this inner structure. And yeah, for example, we can download it here. We can open it in Blender and we can see how it made. GLB, where is GLB? It should be where somewhere here. Ah, oh, I lost it. Yeah, so the game, of course, should share the protocol, how character should be designed, and how much joint it should have, and which the minimal amount of animations it should support. And when character will have everything, game can load the character like that.
Okay. The only thing that comes to mind though is how do you secure or prevent uh, someone from like stealing the asset without paying for it or renting it? If I understand correctly. Because once you display the asset here within the browser,
Uh-huh.
doesn't it show the full source code if it's using like that JBL format?
For example, in Ekza engine, where is it? It's here. Uh, we can write a script that verify each user. For example, I think it's already pretty hard to insert, to make some injection here because I'll try to show you the source code. It's from developer experience, it's quite hard to make it. Of course, you can create your own metaverse and use this character for free, but it will be like it's like we have a pirate servers, right? We have like I don't know, World of Warcraft. As I know, there are pirate servers or like Lineage game. There is L2J Java client of Lineage web Lineage server. So people always able to steal the content even if the game was compiled and they don't have a source code from the server. They just reverse engineered everything from the scratch and able to use the content like illegally. And I don't know, but for example on the space Exa space, it's quite hard. But of course you can download the character like I'm downloaded and showing you here, and you can use it but it will be like illegal. For example, I can download Pikachu, right? Uh, Pikachu and create an animation movie with this character, but it how to say legal team of Nintendo owns Pikachu, right? Or who owns this character? But I think they easily prevent me from taking profit from this character because I don't have mm, how to say.
Yeah, in terms of the rights to the
Yeah, yeah,
character.
yeah.
That makes sense. And from your own metaverse platform, you have full control, so you can implement various restrictions to prevent such things from happening. So
Yes, yes, sure. When user login, we can query the blockchain and see which avatar user able to use and which are not. And we can trigger this function, for example, one time per minute or one time per 10 seconds. We can, but involves security development, of course. I didn't think
yeah,
a lot I didn't think a lot about it yet, but when the platform will involve more users, I think it will be a very important part of development process.
yeah. I think from an MVP standpoint, that might not be of concern, especially if all these assets will be used within your ecosystem as well. So that shouldn't be a concern because all the assets will have an owner. So all assets are NFTs, and these assets have an owner. So then you can uh, programmatically check to see who owns and if the user has control of that wallet and whether or not you'd allow them to use
Mhm.
that asset within the game.
Yes, yes, exactly like that. So in terms of my platform, it's quite easy, and in terms of the open world of internet, it's become a bit harder.
Yeah. But yeah, you've definitely come a long way with the platform. I think uh, the the NFT solution it's more than complete at this point. It's just for the Ekza space to be fleshed out some more, right?
Adrian, sorry, didn't get your point.
No, I'm saying in terms of timeline or completeness of the two projects, the NFT component is completed at this point. It's just for this game to come together.
Yeah,
So you have
it's almost done. I have tweaked several things. I need to make one other contract. I need to make a logic that verify if this user ready to be deployed, and then shows it here additional button like deploy, and user can push this button, and after he pushed it, this character should be available on a separate page where users can use it for free, buy it, or rent it, and configure it as his avatar. So it's generally two smart contracts. I need a smart contract that handle user data. It's like passport. You can configure your name, how you look, some information about yourself, and another smart contract where you can record. So there will be a smart contract with this character, and there will be a list of owner. If there are several owners can be of the one character, so there will be a list, and if your name will be in that list, you will be able to use this character contract. If not, so you will not able to use it. So it involves two additional, at this point, pretty simple smart contract, but in the future they will become more and more comprehensive, I guess.
Okay. So do you have a timeline for having this integrated with the metaverse?
Uh, Not yet. I'm currently uh, in parallel finishing my graduational project, and I think when I finish my university this summer, I will focus more on this project. And I think in that we was discussing recently to make this feature like deploy a character and load it inside Ekza space, it will take not a lot amount of time. I guess it will take around probably 1 month of work. But generally, to make the whole idea live, and I think a simple mechanics, this kind of mechanics, or integration with another game, at least one game, I think it can take probably 1 year. I think to make this the whole idea live, it can take around 1 year because I think I also have some things to revise in the smart contract data structures because when I started to, it's also a good experience that I developing two platforms simultaneously because when I started to integrate the characters into Exaspace from Exastellar, I came up that my data structures doesn't have enough information to be able to be integrated into Exaspace. So so I am in the point where I like understanding the data structures from the scratch and like rewriting some parts of the smart contracts of Exastellar project.
Okay. All right. Great work, Otori. Uh, are there any other questions? Right. I think that should be it. Thanks again, Watori. What I would ask if you definitely need support or need or you would like to invite other developers to like join your team to get this out quickly, you can definitely post within the dev channels, and I think you should be able to get some support there.
Yeah, would be
We
cool.
will, yeah. For the next builders call, which will be in 2 weeks' time, we will have a member of the protocol team going over some new modules that we'll be releasing in version 7 of the protocol. I think we have about 4 to 5 new models coming in. I think some of these modules will be useful to you as well, Otori, especially the callback module. So that's definitely something to look out for.
Wow, that's cool.
Well, I'll share the details of that, and yeah, I'll share the details, and I think we have a number of ADRs as well explaining the various modules. So I'll share the details of that sometime next week, and then the week after we'll have that call with a member from the protocol team. So we'll have all those modules ready for version 7 of the protocol. So that will be very
Hmm.
interesting.
Wow, that's cool. Looking forward to hear.
Yeah. So yeah. So thanks a lot, Watori, for your presentation, and thanks everyone for joining. And so I'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Thanks again.
Thanks a lot, Adrian. It was my pleasure.
Okay. Thank you. All right, everyone. Take care.
Bye all. Thanks a lot.